Hello everyone, this is Raven Iron Wing, and welcome to my channel. It has been a while since I made a video on this channel with me actually talking about things. Well, I intend to change that, and I want to shift the focus of this channel back to something really important to me that I call the existence code. Now, if you were one of my longtime viewers, you might remember the videos I had on the existence code quite a few years ago that I have since taken down. And I took those videos down because I feel like they weren't as accessible to the general public as I want them to be. So I'm going to be spending a lot more time talking about experiences rather than focusing on the physics involved, though I will do both. Today, I wanted to spend time talking about an experience that I had on the black volcanic sand beaches of La Dispoli, Italy. Years ago, back in like 2001, I lived in Italy, and I spent a lot of time talking to people about religion. Most of the people there are Catholic, and most of the people there are very religious. And this one day I met this man named Maurizio, and Maurizio, he went on a walk with me, and we went and sat on the beach, and we were talking about God. And I asked him what God was to him, like who God was to him. And he said, God to me is like a cotton ball. And I thought, a cotton ball? That's kind of odd. Because I grew up in this very religious culture where to this particular religion I grew up in, God is like a person. He has a body, and he's a man, but he's like an immortal God being that looks like a man, I guess, but he's full of love and all that. So this idea that God was like a cotton ball was very curious to me. And I said, can you explain that? What do you mean God is like a cotton ball? And he said, you and I are like strands of cotton in the cotton ball. The beach and the sand, the waves of the sea, the sunset, the wind, all these things, everything that exists, everyone that exists, are strands of that cotton ball. We're all interwoven together, all part of one great whole. And you can't take a strand of a cotton ball and pull on it without affecting all the other strands in some way, because they're all tied together. You can't just pull out one individual strand. Now, this idea was so simple, yet so profound to me. It completely changed the way that I perceived this idea of a God, or existence, or connectedness to others. This idea that we're all interwoven into one great whole, that we're all part of something. That when something affects one strand, it affects every other strand in some way, no matter how small. This idea to me was so profoundly beautiful that it woke something up inside of my soul. And from then on, I decided to spend my time trying to understand that in the realm of physics, which is why I went on to get a degree in physics. I wanted to understand how everything is really connected together through the laws of nature. And I wrote this really long paper that I never published, but it's full of different evidences from the field of study of physics that everything is interconnected, that what exists outside of this persistent illusion of space and time is actually a source code to reality. That reality itself has a source, and everything comes from that source. And in my future videos, I'm going to spend a lot more time talking about that, but I just wanted to share with you this simple analogy that everything is connected like the strands in a cotton ball. So think about that, And we'll talk more on this and more on the source and the structured code that exists within it. Hope you all have a great day.